Malta is the result of a 20-year musical friendship. Don Courtney and Domingo Morel began writing songs fresh out of high school and released their first full-length album in 2012. Unable to come up with a name for their band, their producer suggested Pony Malta, from the name of a Colombian soft drink.
My wife and I and our two kids moved to Kelowna last September 2012. And you know, moving to Kelowna from Vancouver, it's a little different pace, it's slower. We were able to spend a little more time with music and doing the types of music that I wanted to do. Vancouver, it's much more career-oriented, so I was singing other people's songs, doing the casino circuit and pubs and clubs. Here, you know, it's much more creative. It's a more creative town, at least I find it. There's not as many gigs, but they're better, higher quality. The audience seems to get it a lot more than Vancouver. So we've loved it. The last year's been probably the best year of our lives.
Some of our songs are 25 years old, and we were jamming before that even, but not writing originals, just kind of jamming on other people's songs and stuff. And then we found our voice, and through our journeys, Don decided to do the cover tunes, and I got into motorcycles, and I just basically stopped playing music for quite a long time, and got sidetracked, and just recently I've had the inspiration to get back playing, and Don's great because he's a professional, like as far as he's performed so much, and when we play on stage, it's like I know that he's got my back. You know, I know that he's just done it all, right? So it's like a calming influence for me.
I'm probably a little more flamboyant as a vocalist. I'm a performer. Domingo's a little more quiet, if that's the right word. As a guitar player, he does his job and does very little dancing on stage. That's my job. One of the bigger gigs we did this year was at Cedar Creek Winery, opening up for Jim Cuddy of Blue Rodeo. And there was just an opportunity that came up, and we certainly couldn't pass over that one. So, and that was our greeting to Kelowna. And it was like, I can handle this. We made the right choice.
Always want to be hard to describe, in with a flow, but out with a tide. In my eyes, you're easy to see. You're no longer a mystery. I had the strength pretending you were a thing of beauty back then. Oh boy, how things can change, how they bend and rearrange. It's been coming for some time. It's been coming for some time. It's been coming all the time. The mirror shattered and all things that matter. Love's not listening. Every day's defeated, I can't believe it cheated. Love's not listening. Start how you start out, the end will rip your heart out. Love's not listening. Love left us stranded, we couldn't understand it. Love's not listening. It was us against the crowd, back in our heels, we're laughing out loud. It came time to decide, and for it all along for the ride. I saw that look on your face, your resentment always left a trace. I've had enough of this game, aren't you glad you kept your name? It's been coming for some time. It's been coming for some time. It's been coming all the time. The mirror shattered and all things that matter. Love's not listening. Every day's repeated, I can't believe it cheated. Love's not listening. It's not how you start out, the end will rip your heart out. Love's not listening. Love left us stranded, we couldn't understand it. Love's not listening. describe. In with the flow, right out with the tide. In my eyes you're easy to see, on the longer of mystery. It's been coming for some time. It's been coming for some time. And it's been coming all the time. The mirror shattered and all things that matter. Love's not listening. Every day's repeated, I can't believe it cheated. Love's not listening. It's not how you start out the end, but rip your heart out. Love's not listening. Love left us stranded, we couldn't understand it. Love's not listening. Love's not listening. Love's not listening. No, love's not listening.
The first album was written exclusively Domingo and I, and we used session musicians, flew people in from LA. And this album, I want it to be more of a band focus. And we've met some great musicians in Kelowna, Mike and Dan, obviously. And we just want to write it from more of a band perspective, perhaps a little more up-tempo and a little more urban.
For me, music is about your voice. It's about having something to say that you can offer the world. It's about a vibe. And I never really was into playing cover songs, copying people, even though I am influenced by a lot of musicians and artists. I never really played the guitar that much. And it's like whenever I have an idea, I just go to my guitar and I just pick it up and I'll start jamming on something and then I'll give Don a phone call. Sometimes I'll call him long distance or call him to get down to Vancouver and, let's get together and do some writing. But our magic is always made when we're in the same room. As much as technology has improved the communication of people to send music back and forth, for us it's a personal thing where we may come to the room and there's nothing. Like today we had a session where we hit a brick wall and there's just completely no ideas. And then we just sort of felt the vibe out with each other and then things just seemed to happen. And you can't turn it off or on. I think it's a special relationship between two artists that have a chemistry. And that's how we do things.
For myself, probably above anybody else would be Van Morrison. We're both big fans of John Hyatt and their Americana music. And that's sort of, it's pretty hard not to see the influences in our music.
In reality, we're just basically just trying to make up our stories and using our imagination. I think it's more about imagination and creativity that it fuels us.
There you are, you're waiting for a miracle. You wanna be beautiful, you wanna be tonight. And here you are, you're always in second place, but you're more than just a pretty face. You wanna be a star. They don't love you for your body, they love you for your mind. You're such a fool, you fall for it every time. And you can dream, oh, it's your time to shine. Like when you were mine and we were one. You wanted more than this one horse town. Oh, this place always brings you down. You're leaving me behind. They don't love you for your body, they love you for your mind. You're such a fool, you fall for it every time. You're a fool, you fall for it every time. everyone knows your name, but you had to play their game, and now you're on the run. You're back again, you're looking for a second chance, another shot at true romance. You thought I'd wait around. They don't love you for your body, they love you for your mind. You're such a fool, you fall for it every time. You're a fool, you fall for it every time. You're a fool, you fall for it every time. You're a fool, oh, you're a fool. You fall for it every time. You're a fool. You fall for it every time. You're a fool. You fall for it every time. You're a fool. You're a fool. You fall for it every time. You're a fool.
For more information on this week's performers, find them on the web.
Our collective fears drive the insanity of answering bottomless questions. Beyond the answers of philosophy, religion, or science.
Took a ride down the coast of Santa Fe. We stopped at a roadside cafe. Saw an angel